How y'all doing? I don't usually do 2 videos in one day, and I don't really feel like doing this one, but I kind of need to hear from Spirit. So I thought I would just check to see what I could somehow get from a reading. Gemini, what you doing hiding in this deck of cards over here? Between recognition and reward and material prosperity. I don't even know how you got there. Y'all supposed to be over here. Alright, Spirit, I need to hear from you. Angels, Spirit guides, can you please help me this afternoon? I just really need to hear from you, Spirit. It's just been one of those days. Can you show me how you're working in my situation and that of those who might see this video? The Hanged Man. What is it we need to overcome? Divine timing is at play. A lot came out. I should probably take them because they seem very relevant. What is it that we need to overcome? Not having any hope. So right now we're stuck and running out of time. There's an eclipse though, and with this eclipse there will be some heavy changes for some of us because of the alignment of our planets. There's a lot of sadness here. There's also a bird with something in its mouth. There's a lot of stripes. Somebody's hand and foot might have something going on with it. There's somebody that's crossed over with you. And they're trying to help you see this from a different perspective. Telga. I don't know what Telga is, but that just came to my mind. Francesca, Telga. And then there's some lack of trust, lack of hope. There's more going out than is coming in. So right now we're trying to see things from a different perspective. That's how Spirit is working. And what's not working is that we've lost hope because of something. How are we going to pull this together? What energy will it take for us to pull this together, Spirit? The Empress in reverse.
Christie?
Excuse me one second.
Christie?
Sorry about that. Miss Mary was checking on me because she knows that I haven't been feeling well and haven't been quite myself. Anyway, back to this. We have, Spirit has us looking at something from a different perspective. And we've lost hope for some reason. Some situation has caused us to lose hope, and now we're having to look at things from a different angle. And this nurturing energy, this female energy that is so powerful and so strong. The female boss is in reverse. For some reason. There's two sets of hands. There's a lot of birds that are somehow significant here. Somebody might have a toothache. God knows I've had one. I don't mean to complain, but I'm not used to being sick. And when I get sick, I'm a big baby. And I'm like, my fingers are literally swollen. My whole body is, but it is what it is. Thank you, Spirit, that I'm still alive. Alright, so why are we in hangman mode? Why are we having to look at, what have we lost hope in? What have we lost hope in? Spirit, talk to me. Talk to me about what's lost. What is losing hope about? You know, people can make you lose hope. Just some people make no sense to me at all. And in this world, if you have a good heart and you're a nurturing, giving person, people will take advantage of you like you would not believe. And, you know, you have to set boundaries with people. I get that. But, you know, it's a fine line between setting boundaries and just shutting everybody out and becoming that hermit. Because you're tired of people bullshitting you. And everybody always thinks that their perspective is correct, that their perspective, the way they see things, is right. Like, I'm quite sure that there are situations that I think I see correctly that I don't. And I think that's why we end up in this hangman mode, where we have to look at things from another perspective. Because until you've actually been in somebody else's shoes and you've had to walk in their shoes, we don't know how they feel. And I was thinking about it the other day when I was over at my mom's house, and I was watching. I love to people watch. I just love watching people. I'm fascinated by human behavior. I always have been. And I was watching my nephew interact with my stepfather, which is his grandfather. And my nephew has grown up like almost overnight. You know, one time I saw him, and then the next time I saw him, he was like, he had gone from that preteen kind of goofy kid that was always quiet and never, I mean, like, you wouldn't even know he was there. He's so quiet. He's always so quiet and so polite, so sweet. And I saw him interacting with my stepfather, and it dawned on me how each of us has a relationship with another, and we all have different relationships with the same person. So how I view somebody may not be the way you view somebody, because our personalities are different, and so the way that person interacts with me is going to be different than the way you might interact with me or with that person. And those are the memories that we have of people when they're gone, the memories that we make when we spend time with them. And so the memories that I have of somebody are not going to be the same as the memories that you might have with them, because the way you interact is going to be different. And everything is an energy exchange, give and take, energy exchange. And it's not always equal, but we should strive for it to be. And if we catch ourselves constantly giving, and we're getting very little in return, eventually that's going to wear you down. It might take a while for it to catch up with you, but eventually it's going to wear you down. And I think that's kind of where I'm at now with being unhealthy, because I have been giving. I take care of Miss Mary. I'm a caregiver for her. I do the videos. I had tried to go back to work. I've been through a lot in the last year, a lot. And I know we all have. We've all been through a lot. And what I was trying to say is, just because you might have a perspective of somebody, maybe they slighted you in some way. Okay, let me use an example. You loan somebody some money, which I never do. If I can't give you money, then I'm not going to give you anything. I don't loan people money, because if somebody has to ask you for money, then they probably don't have it to give back. I mean, it's just that simple. And if you loan somebody money expecting it to be returned, and then something happens and they can't return that money, then there's going to be a resentment. And it's the same way with any energy exchange. And we all do it. I'm one of the people in this world that probably has the least tendency to give something expecting something in return, because I try to not be that way. I don't like for people to treat me that way, and I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. But we all do it, because we're humans, and it's supposed to be an exchange. And if we give somebody our attention and our time and our love and our resources, we can say that we're doing that expecting nothing in return. But let the day come when you don't get anything in return, not a phone call, not a kiss my ass, and see how you feel then. So you were expecting something. We all expect something in return. We just say we don't, because what we really want is somebody's presence in our lives, is to have their presence in our lives. But we don't consider that having an expectation. But I assure you that when that person is gone, we miss their presence. Whether they leave this world because they die, or whether they choose to not have anything else to do with us, we will miss that presence. And so, we don't necessarily expect anything in return. But when it gets right down to it, we do, at a deeper level than the surface. Like, if you loan me money and I'm not able to pay it back, that's an obvious expectation. And that's an obvious reason for you to have a resentment. And that's your choice to have that resentment. But when you loan somebody money, or even more, insist on giving somebody help because you see that they're struggling, and then you allow that to become a resentment, that says more about you than it does about the person that was struggling. Because you knew the person was struggling when you gave them the money. And it's almost cruel to put an expectation on somebody like that. You already know that they can't do anything for you to begin with, and then you put an expectation of them paying you back something that they didn't even have to start with. It's almost a form of control, and typically it comes with strings attached. So, I will give you this, and this is that energy exchange I'm talking about. It's not just, I will give you this and you can pay me back. It's also that undercurrent of, I will give you this, and because I know you won't be able to pay me back, now I can control you and manipulate you. And then when you don't pay me back, I can even talk shit about you. Okay, and then you have the person over here that you gave the money to, and all they did was not have enough. All they did was simply not have enough to begin with. And now, what little bit they didn't have, you've just taken it right away. Because of your manipulation and your control. Because there's always an exchange. It's not always an even exchange, but there's always an exchange. So when somebody tells you that they don't have any expectations, look a little deeper. Because I'm promising you, there's going to be an exchange. The best thing to do in life is, if you give something, give it from a heart of love. Because if you give something with strings attached, when it comes down to it, you're going to end up being the one who's hurt. The other person, not so much. I don't even know what I'm talking about, or if it's even making any sense. But I know that right here we're having to look at something from a different perspective because we don't have any hope. And it's put a very powerful woman with a very big heart, maybe even a pregnant woman, out of commission. And she is what? Her being out of commission, her being down and out, is what's going to make this all better. And I think that's what I was trying to say, is when somebody's already down and out, if you're going to do something for them, you might say you don't have any strings attached. But the truth is somewhere there's a string attached. None of us are capable, because it's an energy exchange. Because something is exchanged every time we interact. And that's what I was saying about my stepfather interacting with my nephew. The way my stepfather interacts with him is different than the way he interacts with me. And I saw that very specifically when I sat back and watched the other day. And that's the way it is in life, in our relationships. Depending on who it is, depends on how we interact with that person. And I don't know why I said all that, but I just know that when we interact with people, what we do on the outside, if we offer them our spot in line, everything we do is an energy exchange. And usually if you're out shopping and you allow somebody to cut in line in front of you and there's a whole line of people, it's because you're not in a hurry to get out of the store. There's some thought in your mind that you're thinking. You might be trying to remember, have I forgotten anything? And you're already halfway thinking about jumping out of line anyway. But to say that you just do something out of the kindness of your heart, there's some reason underneath, because it's an energy exchange. There's always an energy exchange behind every interaction we have with somebody. And if you're constantly giving, eventually you are going to wear yourself out if you never receive anything in return. And I think I said all that to say, be careful who you allow in your energy. Because some people will latch on to you and suck the energy out of you as fast as you can go. And it's much better to be a hermit and to be alone than it is to be around 100 people and never get anything in exchange. Because it'll wear you out. I don't even know if I'm going to post this video because I feel like I'm just rambling. But somebody understands what I'm saying. Somebody has to understand what I'm saying. Resentments, holding a resentment. Sometimes people will do something for you just so they can hold it over your head. And that's their intention from the very beginning, is to hold it over your head. All the while, pretending like they were doing it out of the kindness of their heart. Some people will do it just for recognition or a pat on the back. There are very few people in this life that'll genuinely do something for another human being without something in exchange. Good luck finding one. Why I said all that, I don't know. Felt like I was rambling. Can I please get one of these cards, Spirit? And when people leave this earth and they cross over, their energy is still with us. Love, caring for others, expecting nothing in return. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. And this is a mother. And only a mother can love that way. Or a father. occasionally we will meet people in this life that we have as life partners who can love this way. And I thought I had one. I thought I had one, and they were loyal to me until they weren't. And it was so hard. I mean, you can go through a lot with somebody if you know that they have your back. No matter what, you know they have your back. That they're not going to get mad at you if they do something for you and you can't pay it back, because they have your back no matter what. I mean, we're talking about somebody that's a best friend, a lover. We all want that, right? But how often do we find it? Loyalty. Love and loyalty. For some reason, is what we're talking about here. And then on the bottom of the deck is honesty. And we already know that when we don't have love and we don't have loyalty, that's when the lies start. That's when the lies start up. Anyway, I don't know why I said all that, but somebody understands where I'm coming from. Somebody understands where I'm coming from. Somebody can feel me. And so the challenge is not to close everybody out because you cease to trust human beings anymore. Because you've been a very loyal, very loving person, and you've done nothing but give. And the one or two times in your life that you actually had to take something, because it's not something you would typically allow yourself to do, it gets thrown in your face. And you might even get talked about. When they probably had an agenda themselves when they helped you. Because who wouldn't want somebody who's always giving to owe them? Alright, can you clarify that? Can you please clarify the Hanged Man? The Hanged Man is clarified by the heart chakra. The heart chakra. That's where our life blood flows from. It's the energy center of our body. The energy central. Your heart is a spark, and it begins to beat, and it pushes the blood through your veins, throughout your body, non-stop. Even when you're asleep, it never stops. It just gives and gives and gives and gives and gives. But it's got a built-in chamber on the other side that receives. Because if you just pumped blood out and never brought any back in, you would run out of blood. and your heart would cease to exist. Your heart would cease to beat. The Hanged Man is clarified by the heart, the pump, the heart chakra, the energy where love flows in and out of a human being. This person doesn't know what to do because of their heart. Because right now they have a lot of love, and the options that they have are not leading them in the direction that their heart would like to take them. Sometimes that's how it is. Sometimes in life, we don't have very many options. And where we would like to be, what we desire, just simply cannot be. And so we are at a crossroads, and we have to decide, do I pretend I'm having chest pain? Somebody's heart is hurting. Somebody's heart is blocked. Because this is a situation where you can manipulate very easily with somebody else's emotions. Just because you don't have anywhere else to go. But kudos to the people who refuse to do that. Because it's rare. It's rare to meet a person like that. And that in itself deserves respect. I would much rather somebody tell me, I don't want to be with you. So anything that you plan to do for me, do it out of kindness, but don't have another motive. I would much rather somebody say that to me than to string me along and use me. But eventually, that behavior runs out of options, loses hope, because it's not genuine, it's not real, it's manipulation. So right now we have somebody who's having to look at something from a different perspective because of their heart, because of their love, because of the energy that flows through them that is love. There is no higher vibration than love. But to vibrate that high, takes a lot of integrity, and it takes honesty that most people can't handle, much less express. And you look at a person and how much honesty they can handle, and you'll know how honest of a person they are. If you have to sugarcoat things for somebody and spoon feed them because they can't handle the truth, they'll lie to you. because somebody who can't handle the truth can't handle telling the truth. Clarify heart chakra. Harmony. The heart chakra is clarified by harmony. Getting along. Jasmine. I see jasmine growing on the back, in the background. Your name might be Jasmine. These two people don't really look like they're in love as much as they look like they just have mutual respect for one another. But we'll see. Clarify the star, please. Who is in here? Aquarius. What you doing in there? You and Gemini were both in my deck. That didn't happen by accident. See what I'm saying? They look like they love each other. See the heart chakra? The heart? Look at his heart compared to hers. I think he has more feelings than she does. In fact, his heart is the only one that's really illuminated. Hers is only illuminated from his energy. And she has a look on her face like, I will cut you in your sleep. And he has, you know, he's looking at her like, why can't you love me? Why can't you reciprocate my feelings? Why? Why? I would move heaven and earth for you. Why can't you reciprocate my feelings? And the truth is that sometimes it's just not there. If it's not there, it's not there. And I would much rather somebody say, you know, I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. Than for them to pretend like they're feeling it. Because if you could see the face, look at her face. I mean, her eyes have a look of contempt. Like, ugh, you disgust me. And he has such a gentle look on his face. Such an innocence. And she's got that little like, let's just hurry up and get this over with. Give me my money so I can go. Kind of look. Alright, why is the star in reverse? There's no hope because there's no memories of love. There's no memories. This is not an old relationship. This is a new relationship. I think that's what this is saying. It came out in reverse. I don't even know if they do reversals in this deck. Actually, no, they don't. I mean, looking at this spread right here, you could read this a couple of ways. You could read this as these two people are madly in love, and they're joined at their heart chakra. But somebody won't make a move on that. But what I see one person that's madly in love and another person who's only here for the benefit of it. And it's because they have feelings for somebody else. This is just an arrangement of convenience. This person can do something for me, so I'm going to be here for the benefits of it. But my heart is with somebody else. I have memories of love with somebody else. There's somebody else in my heart space. And if there's already somebody in your heart space, you can't fit anyone else in there. If you do, it's going to be because you're using that person. And who wants to use somebody or be used by somebody? Unless you both understand that up front. Unless you both understand that that's the arrangement. I'm already in love with somebody else. So there's no room in my heart for you. But I would like for us to be friends. And in this case, it looks like that agreement was maybe not talked about because she's not feeling this guy. There's no chemistry here because she has memories with somebody else. And maybe that person is no longer on this earth. Maybe that's why there's no hope, because it's somebody who's crossed over. What do you do in that case? Do you just remarry and never have that fulfillment of love again? I think some people do. I think some people are married today out of convenience, knowing that way over here somewhere there's somebody, or maybe they're gone from this earth, but they can never feel this way about anyone else ever again. Why is the Empress in reverse? Wow. Because somebody wants to move forward, but they're having to choose wisely. There's a sailboat here and a sunset. This is the Eight of Wands. And this is the Seven of Cups. You have to choose wisely because not all the choices are good choices. Somebody might have to use sign language. We might be learning sign language. You might live on the water, on a river or an ocean, choose wisely. The Empress is in reverse because she knows in order to have positive movement forward, she has to choose wisely. I'm curious what this card says about choosing wisely because I've never seen it that way, but it looks like sign language. And I'm just nosy that way. And this is about our emotions. Choose wisely. It comes forth when we have a vision or goal that you want to achieve, but too many choices, scattered energies, and unrealistic expectations prevent you from attaining what you desire. Opportunities are bountiful, but there's a decision to be made at this time. This card reminds you that the options now around you may appear to have all the influence and power, but in reality, you're in control and responsible for all the choices you make. Take time to think, analyze, and carefully look at the different possibilities that are in front of you. Don't be hasty just because you feel pressured, and don't be influenced by people who have no idea, expertise, or education in the area of your choices. A focused, wise decision far outweighs one made emotionally or in desperation. And that is exactly what I was talking about. When you feel like you have no other option, manipulating a person to get what you can out of them so you don't feel like your back is against the wall. And it does sometimes feel like you don't have any choices. That the choices rather have you. But this is when it's especially important to have integrity. Because if not, you're going to end up in a marriage of convenience. And when the shit hits the fan, your memories of love are still on somebody else. So you get on the computer and you start looking that person up, and the next thing you know, y'all are meeting up at a hotel. And this person is looking at you with so much love and respect. And you're looking at them like, can we just hurry up and get this over with? All because you needed to move, you needed somewhere to go, and you needed it to happen fast. You didn't choose wisely. Because you knew there was no hope for this. You knew there was no hope for this. The Hermit is on the bottom of the deck. Because a really wise individual knows that it's better to be alone than it is to make a hasty decision and end up in a situation where you have to live a lie. Trapped in fear. Alright, Spirit. Clarify harmony. you have an idea not to invest any time in something, there's something you're not thinking is a good idea to invest in. Why do they feel it's not a good idea? Because they don't love this person. They love somebody else. Because they're looking for an opportunity in the other direction. They're not even looking for an opportunity for this. They don't want it. I don't even know what to say. I mean, clarify memories of love. Memories of love is clarified by the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is like, there's no hope. Because the Nine of Wands is somebody carrying a hellacious load. They've been through hell and back. And they feel like if you put one more thing on my plate, one more thing, just try it. I can't handle anything else. In fact, I wish you would. So, it could be that these memories of love were not all that fond. And now, you ain't trying to go there. For some of you, it may have been good, and for some of you, it may not. But if you've been hurt before, whether it's because somebody you love left you, or they died and left you, you understand this energy. You would rather be single. Clarify positive movement forward. Wow. The Ace of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. I gotta clarify that ace, but somebody thinks they are real good in bed. Somebody thinks that they're real good in bed. And if I can do this to get that money. You're lying to yourself. Clarify the Ace of Wands. You're fighting it. You're fighting it. You're fighting what? Not being a whore dog so you can have a little bit of money in the bank? You know the truth. You know the truth. Spirit is giving you download after download after download, telling you you're fighting your intuition. Because your intuition is telling you you're not a whore dog. You're not going to sleep with this person just so you can be successful in life, knowing there's no feelings for them. It won't work. How long will it work? Until the other person that you're really in love with is back? And if they can't come back until somebody better comes along? I mean, what is it that you need so bad? A place to live? A new car? Are you addicted to sex? I mean, what is it? Why would you be with somebody you don't love? Clarify, choose wisely. Clarify, choose wisely, please. Choose wisely. Because that devil energy will put you out of balance. Out of balance. Water and earth are showing up very strongly here. But it could be any sign. All the signs are here. There's a person, and it's showing up as a male energy, that knows they are not in love with this person. But they feel like they don't have any other choice. And so they're tempted to pretend like they love this person. Just to have somewhere to go, or to have that status in life, or whatever it is that people want. Judgment on the bottom of the deck. I mean, this is a very simple message. There's not really that much to it. Spirit, what would you have this person do in this situation? What would you have this person do, and how can I clarify that? Well, where's my other deck of cards? Here they are. What would you have this person do? Exactly what I thought. Be the hermit, and don't take love from somebody you don't love, because you know that there's somebody that you do love. That's the end of the message, because that's what's on the bottom of the deck. Or does Spirit want you to have this love, and you're just being stubborn, or you're still hung up on another person that doesn't care about you? Let's see. Clarify this. Wow. The devil came out. You have somebody else that you're in love with. Why can't they be with the devil? Not that they're really a devil. Because the one that you want to be with is not talking to you for some reason. And you don't have a choice. This isn't an option for you right now. But you want it bad. You want it real bad. And look, balance came out again. Why is it here? Why is the Two of Pentacles here? Wow. Because of this person. You love this person. This is that person that you still love. And that you still hope there's a chance for. This is the person. They're showing up as an air sign. But this new love would balance things out. Because this person is not giving you the time of day. And I asked Spirit what you should do. Spirit's saying this new love would balance things out. Can you clarify who this new love is or what this new love might be? Ooh, you done manifested this new love. Why did they manifest a new love if they were still in love with somebody else? Because you got tired of being alone. You got tired of being alone, didn't you? You got tired of sitting on that stool and hanging upside down. Yep. You met somebody else. You met somebody else that does give you equal. They are celebrating with you. No, she met somebody else. She met somebody else. And you know she's with another person, and that broke the shit out of your heart. And because she's with somebody else, you manifested another person. But you still don't want this person. You still want her. What are the chances of that happening? Not very good. Why is that in reverse? Because this person wouldn't have much with you, but with the other person they'd have it all, it looks like. Why is that in reverse? Why is the Five of Pentacles even here? Something you did or something they did in the past that caused them to get in trouble. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is karma for you being a player in the past. You were a player in the past and you didn't appreciate this person when you had them. Clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse. Yep. You did something to this person in the past that broke their heart. And while you were off dealing with your karma in some kind of legal situation, it looks like you might have even been locked up. This person met somebody else. So you've manifested a new love over here that would bring balance to your life because your person's got somebody else now. And you're refusing to move on. You're refusing to move on. Even though they have. Spirit, do you think this person should move on? That would be a no. Can you show me why not? Because you're still thinking about the other person. You cannot move on to somebody new until you have completely closed out the old relationship. If you do, you're only deceiving yourself. Rebound relationships, relationships of convenience, because I needed a place to stay, or because I was pregnant and I needed a daddy for my baby. Whatever your reason was for getting into a relationship, if you weren't finished with the other relationship, even if they've passed away, granted, that might be a little bit easier to get over because the person's gone, and somebody might be more compassionate, which I don't understand why. What the hell difference does it make? If you're having trouble getting over somebody and you are up front with the other person and you say, you know, I'm still having a hard time getting over this. If they agree to work through that with you, that's different. Just don't deceive them. And the best scenario is to be completely over the other person. Because if you're not completely over them, why not? And in this situation, this person's already moved on. It looks like an obsession. It's just an obsession. And I don't care if they're a twin or not. If this person is moving on with life and they're content without you, you have to accept that. And you can't just hold on for the rest of your life. The best thing to do is to have that conversation with the person. And if they tell you to move on, then you have to do that. I mean, you cannot, but this is saying not to because you're still thinking about them. Spirit's saying don't move on yet because you're still thinking about them. Any other reason to not move on? Ooh. The Chariot in reverse. Why is it in reverse? You're going to lose a friend. You're holding on to your way of thinking. Holding on to this is going to transform the situation. How is it going to transform the situation? Dang. You're going to get closure. What might that closure look like? Balance? Why is it in reverse? Because I'm asking about the future? Damn. What else? Damn. There's no trust, no balance, and no working together. Or it would be working together, balance, and trust. And when I said, why is it in reverse? She came out. Nothing else is going to work, is what this is saying, because of her. And you know that. You know that. Because remember? My ears just stopped up real. Oh my God. Look who's on the bottom of the deck. Apparently, you're right. You can't move on because you're meant to be with this person. And what is meant for us will never pass us by. So, don't jump into a relationship with somebody that you're not in love with just because you're in a tough situation. Because Spirit says it's better to be a hermit. It's better to live your life alone than to live a lie. And you would be living a lie because you know who you're supposed to be with. And now I'm going to look at them and see what they think. Because this person is with somebody else, it looks like. However, Spirit is saying there's hope, so there's something that I'm missing. Maybe that 10 of Cups was coming from you, and all of that misery was coming from their current relationship. We are going to find out. Dang, that's a lot of cards, Spirit. How did I get them mixed up again? Because I got my air sign over here. Air sign, you keep getting in the wrong deck, baby. Are you the one having this problem? Were you trying to get in the wrong deck? Oh. Or is the wrong deck trying to get in you? Let me behave. Alrighty then. Let's find out what's going on with your person here that's supposedly with somebody else. Can you show me what their person is thinking? Now, can you please show me, Spirit, what Divine Feminine is thinking? What is Divine Feminine thinking in her current relationship? She's having difficulty communicating with you, and she might be spying on you. What is she feeling? She's feeling like you left her. Why can't your eyes focus? She's feeling like you left her. She's in the upright though. Is she in another relationship? Actually, she's feeling like she wants you to come back to her, is what it looks like. She has a hard time telling you that. And here it says that she is doing real good financially. And she's planning on just being friends. Being friends with who? Who is she planning on being friends with? Dang, the same exact cards. Holding on. And not having a different perspective is transforming this. So, she's going through the same thing you are. She don't want to be with anybody else either. She just wants to make her money. And this is saying that this same thing that's transforming you is transforming her. Why are they being transformed, Spirit? Both of them are being transformed. Because this real difficult stuff that may have been like prison, why is that in reverse? This is like that prison or that real depressed place. And this is about regrets. But I don't understand why the Three of Wands is reversed between those two. Why is the Three of Wands here? Damn. Y'all, I had the wrong card in there and it came out again. The same one. Spirit's like, you figure it out. I think I already did. Alright, Spirit, I need your help. This would be looking for an opportunity to regret. This would be not looking for an opportunity to have regrets. Or just not having any regrets. this whole situation that y'all have been through together has been so you could help each other through some hard stuff and not have any regrets. Not one time, but twice over. Stop looking for an opportunity. Stop looking for a reason. Stop looking for the regrets. Stop looking at the shit you've been through. Let it go. Let bygones be bygones. Let it transform you. Whatever you went through in the past, no matter how hard or how much you feel like it was, it's okay. Stop using it as an excuse to stay in this bullshit. How else do you want to proceed? There's an exciting message on the bottom of the deck. What happens if they move beyond this together? That is really not what I expected. You'll stop being anxious. That's my twin flame card, and that would be like, you won't be mad anymore. But what exactly are you saying? Because there's a lot of swords showing up here. Why is this all... Yeah. Spirit, you funny. Spirit said use your intuition. That's my twin flame card. And that would be hurt. This twin flame stuff won't keep hurting you. Because it hurts like hell. And if I see another Two of Swords, I'm going to scream. And then we have Deception on the bottom of the deck. Or maybe this is saying, stop looking for an opportunity for this because you're just going to be anxious. What are you saying? Please don't tell me to use my intuition. I know I didn't put that card back in the wrong deck. Clarify this High Priestess. Oh, Spirit. Look what Spirit did. Spirit is really funny, y'all. Two of Swords. They can't make a decision. But they can't walk away either. And they're not talking to you. Or they're not talking to you about it. They might be talking to you, but not about it. And then these cards came out too. Oh my God. Spirit is like, or you can go slow and steady towards very creative accomplishments together. But what can you do? I mean, you can't make somebody love you. Spirit, we can't make them love us. What do we do in that case? I mean, can't we just move on with our life? Spirit says, just rest. Just rest. I got this. I got this. I'm going to help you overcome. Alright, I'm getting a headache. Somebody else has probably got a headache too. Alright, Spirit, one more thing and then I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to bed. I'm like sick of this. Wait a minute, how did this card get over here? This don't even... I give up. No planning. Commitment. Commitment jumped out. You're not planning on this, but there's going to be a commitment. You're damn right I'm not planning on it. The fall. Something happened in the fall. There might have been a separation in the fall. Somebody had a lot of pride and ego. But now they're recognizing something because they're secretly observing. Whatever. And soulmate came out. Alright. What would you say out of these? Interrupting is for assholes. Let them fucking finish. Your boundaries are trash. Block those bad vibes. Stop trying to control every damn thing. Let shit go. Don't be so extra. We might have touched on that during this message. They're still waiting. Do the shit they asked you to do forever ago. And go all in or get the fuck out. And that's basically like this whole message in a nutshell. Alright. What would they say out of these cards here, Spirit? I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. I just have to do something else right now. Please try to understand. Yeah. Your intensity frightens and allures me all at the same time. Feels like there's something on my chin. I'm sorry I couldn't do right by you, and I'm a better person because of you. And then, I can't handle your words right now. Alright. One of these, and then I'm going to close. Take some time for yourself. Enjoy reading, writing, TV, sports, a pet, or time in nature to recharge. I just fucking love you. I want everyone to know you are mine. And then these cards keep coming out over and over and over. I don't even know if I'm going to post this video because I felt like I was just rambling through the whole first hour of it. There's no place like home. My soul longs for its other half. Enough of my corny bullshit. Pay attention to your dreams. Spirit is guiding you to your destiny. In your dreams. Alright. Let's get trinkets, please. Trinkets, please. Yeah. I have the love between a grandmother and granddaughter is forever. I have a Pegasus. A hand for intuition. I have 1, 2 owls. I have a dial with Roman numerals on it. Maybe it's the zodiac. Yeah, I think it is. And then I have a little kid with a ball cap. A little girl, maybe. I have a butterfly. I have the angel on the bridge protecting the children. And then I have another coin. Maybe you're into coins. The word love. And a handcuff. A handcuff. Made with love. My throat chakra's trying to close, y'all. Drink it, please, spirit, from this other bowl. There's another hand for intuition. I have a music note with a skull. I have cherries. Cherries. I have a freaking arrow. I couldn't even think of what it was called. I have a fancy heart. Oh, hell no. Not 2 sets of cherries, y'all. 2 of y'all been celibate a while, huh? Wish. Make a wish. I have a skeleton hand. I have a ball. Maybe you like to play ball. I have I love you to the moon and back. I have something that says B. I have a metal headgear. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh, y'all. I have 2 cash signs. Y'all are just alike. 2 cherries, 2 cash signs. 2 owls. An infinity sign. And a bullet, unless it's not a bullet and it's a bzzz. Shut up, Christie. You've been celibate that long, you can go a little longer, right? Oh, God. Uh-oh. I dropped the dream. Dream. Family. Focus. Focus. Faith. A lot of F's. Wealth. And joy. Joy. Okay, that's your reading, people. It sounds like to me that it's typical twin flame bullshit. But it says here, commitment, so invite me to the wedding. How in the heck did I do that? On the same deck. I love you guys. I'm sorry I'm not myself lately. I just have not felt well, but hopefully it'll be all over soon and we can get back to normal and have some fun on this channel again. I like being funny before. I wish I felt better so I could be funny again. Alright, please subscribe to the channel. And if you thought the video was half-assed or if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Do I really have to tell y'all all this? You know, just do it. Just do it. Okay, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful night. I love you. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.